Hey everybody, it's Pastor Brandon from Calvary Chapel of Lafayette, and today we're going to talk about choosing your friends wisely. If you have your Bibles, go ahead and open them up to Proverbs 22, and we're going to look at verses 24 and 25 today. Starting in verse 24, it says, "Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man do not go, lest you learn his ways and set a snare for your soul." You know, Paul tells us in Galatians 5 that self-control is part of the fruit of the Spirit. And any person, any man, any woman, any individual who practices self-control is practicing the fruit of the Spirit. They seem to display self-control and restraint whenever irritations come about, and they do not provoke anger upon others. Such people that do this practice a righteous anger, which righteous anger is okay. Paul tells us about this in Ephesians chapter 4. But we have to control our emotions when it comes to these things. Those who are always angry at the world, who just have a hot temper all the time, often lose jobs, often lose families, often lose opportunities to better themselves because they let their anger get the best of them. You know, in the passage, they tell us to watch out for these people, to not walk with an angry man, not to walk with someone who is furious. We should have self-control just as they should as well, because it tells us that if we walk with those who are angry all the time, if we walk with those who are furious all the time, we can get caught in the snare with them and go down a path or a road that we may not want to go to. Often those who are friends of bullies often get into fights that they never intended to get into because of their relationship with this person who had the anger problem or the bully problem. So we need to watch how and who we have friendships with. If we know someone is having a problem with their anger, you know, we need to be a witness to that individual, but we need to keep our distance so that we don't get snared into the trouble that they find themselves in. You know, it's one thing to be friends with someone who has an anger problem and they know they have an anger problem and they're working on getting over that anger problem, and they're praying and they're studying the word and they're asking God for help. And then there's another thing to have a friend who has an anger problem who doesn't realize it. Those are the people that we need to pray for but stay far from. So remember, choose your friends wisely, because they can ultimately mold you into something that you may or may not want to be. Well, I hope y'all are blessed by this devotion today. And if you were blessed by it, I pray that you can learn something from it. 6:30, we're going to be getting back into the book of Nehemiah on Wednesday night. I hope y'all can come out and fellowship with us there. Also on Sundays, we'll be getting back into the book of Luke at 10:30, so I hope you can come out and fellowship and worship with us there as well. And remember, choose your friends wisely. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful week and a happy new year.